Greetings from the table of crap with Yoshi's foot for good measure. Yeah, I'm going to get into it dead quick today because we've got a lot to cover today, because this is one of those episodes where I just brought a load of random crap and we're going to do it. I brought a load of random toy cars from various different companies promoting various different things. So we've got a wide range of everything, and they've all been brought locally except for one which wasn't brought in the store, which I'll explain when I get to that point. But as I said, we shall not waste any time. We'll start with the ones that I've covered quite frequently. A nice Hot Wheels. New for 2017, best for track, HW Ride-On, Aisle Driver. It's a guy with a trolley. Designed to attach figures. How will you ride? Okay, let's have a look. This was a ridiculously stupid looking thing, which is one of the reasons I brought it. Oh, he comes off. I wasn't expecting that. So we got a trolley, and we got a little dude who connects to the trolley via hands. So you can have him there, or you can have him like that, so he's scraping his head along the ground, which will be a good way to deal with people like this. Or you can just have him, you know, being a granny. He's too small to control the trolley. I'm actually quite surprised, because the whole body is metal, which I wasn't expecting, and the figure I was also not expecting to be one you could disconnect. So that's not actually as terrible. I mean, bloody awful, but it's not as terrible as I thought it was. Let's put him there. Right. Matchbox. Now, I'm not wasting much time on these because we covered Matchbox and we covered Hot Wheels, even ones like this. Well, we haven't done ones like this, but you know what I mean. Well, we've done Hot Wheels, we've done Matchbox, so I shan't waste much time. This is one that caught my eye. Ooh, extra packaging. Just because it's a Waterworks, not loading. Oh, it actually focuses without me pressing anything. On-site construction delivery, Waterworks. Can't make what that is around there. That bit's metal. The body's metal. The chassis and the tyres and this bit are all plastic, of course, as you would expect. Right, we've covered those bits tomorrow. A bit. And now let's move on to another very hard hitter back in the sort of 70s and 80s, but has kind of degraded into this. Corgi racers. Collect them all. I don't think we covered any recent Corgi on this show, mainly because I can never find the damn things. I came across this one in Poundland. I keep doing that. I should stop. Anyway, we could have got all of these. All of these. Oh, which the only one I'd really want would be number 7, because I actually have a thing for Formula 1 toy cars. Don't really know why. Which one have we got? The Corgi Racers. We've got number 8. Number 8. I should probably hold it here. The light is very yellowing. Blur. Jump cutters. I went to fiddle with the lights and decided that the way it was set up was still the best way. Let's waste no time and get a Corgi out. Yeah, I haven't looked at modern Corgi cars much recently. Nor can I get into any kind of packaging today. This is going to be really... that doesn't look good from a toy car perspective. These are all getting tested at the end of this episode, by the way. You stay tuned. I'm doing some fine-tuning testing. Right. Well, it's metal on the top. The top doesn't feel too bad. The underside is awful. Absolutely awful. And the wheels are... They also do not feel particularly good. That feels really cheap and nasty, which I suppose you would expect for £1. But don't forget that this was also £1. And as much as I think this is a ridiculous, ridiculous contraption, it's a lot better than this is construction-wise. So it's got a windscreen. There is detailing on the inside you won't be able to see unless I can get the light right. And since the light is awful, I won't be able to get the light right. Not convinced by that one. But now we're going to move on to the slightly different things. The ones that we haven't looked at, but I've been meaning to look at for a while. And we're going to start with 2 from the same company in different packaging. Teamsters. Oh, God, there's a cable there. The Teamsters stuff. These just look like very standard toy cars. You could get them in Poundland for a while. Haven't seen them in Poundland for a while. I got these from a co-op near where I live. And as there were 2 different kinds of packaging, I decided to get 2 of them, even though they're exactly the same sort of thing. Well done. Well done, Teamsters. Anything on the back? Sad onion. Can't steal that from Ashens. I steal enough from him as it is. No, not really. All standard stuff. Made by HTI. 3 years and plus. Right, 3 years and plus. Get out. There. Oh my gosh. I'm really not doing very well with getting into this packaging today, am I? Let's get them both out at the same time. We'll examine them both. Yeah, thinking about it, I made a mistake because they had a helicopter in this range, which I probably should have brought as well. So we'd have a bit of a range of things, but okay, let's have a look. Ooh. Again, they've got stickers on the bottom. Both 06X2. Isn't that sweet? Both unfocusing terrible things. God, I need a new camera. Let's look at this one first. Again, it's got a nasty, cheap feeling. It doesn't, even though this again is a plastic and it's cheap, this feels a lot better to muck around with than this. I mean, credit to these, they're both metal body. This is a full metal body. The underside has nice detailing on it for what it is. Made in China, TM6A. I didn't read that on the screen. There you go, you can make it out there. I lied. Yeah, it's a toy car. Well, it's a toy van. It's not brilliant. It's not terrible, but again, they feel, oh god. Could I? Oh, just get the idea. You could snap it, you know. It really feels bad. Mind you, there's a screw there you could undo it with. Those both feel really bad. I don't think they're going to do very well in the test. Got to keep hitting things. Right. Now here's the one I was talking about earlier that I said was a bit different. This is Action City by Real Toy. I remember Action City, and I remember when they were in the stores. It was a while ago. But I've not seen them in the stores for ages, and I actually stumbled across this one at a car boot sale, hence the sticker there. And since I knew I'd be making this video, I decided I'd go for it, because I remember the brand, and that's about it. So yeah, we have Hot Wheels, Action City. So again, these were around. I don't think they're around much anymore. So if it was worth £1 billion, let's ruin it by pulling it out. Again, it's got a very kind of cheap feeling. It feels better than these two for certain. I think it's probably comparable to the Corgi on feels. A little bit better, you know. Ooh, the wheels. I don't like the wheels. That design is terrible. They're a bit too large for my liking, a bit too shiny. But I suppose, well, they are pretty large. Mind you, it does have some nice detail. You know, he's Audi A8. You know, you can see all the details there. That's quite nice. Number plate. It's all actually painted. Audi A8, Real Toy, made in China. Again, nice detailing on the bottom. And that actually feels quite nice to... Yeah, that's not brilliant, but it's a lot better than those three. These three are the bad ones. That one, even though I don't want it to be as good, that's kind of in the middle ground. So, yeah, let's put them in order of where crappy ones are, and crappy ones don't get to face the right way. I'm going to put this in the back here with him. So they're the good ones. They're the ones. These are the ones. Right. We've still got quite a lot to go through. Go on, taking my time. Dragons. How to train your dragons. Die-cast car of Toothless. Except you'll notice there's nothing on it because they give you the decals below to put on yourself. Because that saved them 4p in the factory. Who made these? It does actually say, I mean, obviously, it's, you know, they're obviously DreamWorks. DreamWorks Dragons 2015. Actually telling you where to put the stickers. They had various ones. What do they have? Well, they had Shrek, and there's the Animals one, and there's the Going Home one, and here's Panda, and who actually made it though? Ultimate Source. Are they the guys who actually made the toy cars? I thought this was a different company. Oh well, another toy car. These have been around in Poundland for a long time. I keep stumbling across them, and again, it seemed like the sort of thing I should just get my hands on and have a look at. And ooh, they for scale. The scale, although I didn't look it in the package, is actually quite a lot bigger. It's quite large compared to the rest of them. That's a good noise. I like it when cars make noises like that. It feels quite cheap. That's all right. The bottom is... Yeah, the bottom doesn't feel particularly good. Again, a lot of these, I feel if I just pressed hard enough, I could probably ruin them straight off. I don't like this bit at the bottom just sticking out. Oh, God. That bit on the bottom is rubbing against the phone. Oh God, I'm going to scratch my table underneath here if I do that. Right, let's apply some of these stickers there. Okay, and there. Yeah, this is, you know, they gave us nice instructions, but I had the feeling this is not how kids would apply, or this is how kids would apply their stickers to their toy cars. I mean, if I was a kid, that's probably how I'd do it, because I'm an idiot, and I was an idiot child. That's enough of that. It's not bad. I think it's a Bugatti. It's not bad. I kind of wish it all came attached, but I don't like the fact that the bottom bit grabs, and it does feel terribly cheap. So, unfortunately, it has to go in the crappy pile, and it just sits out there much, much larger than everything else. Right, on to Wilco's. We got two things from Wilco's. Roadsters. But they're two different things, which is why we get them at different time. God, 10 minutes in already, and we're only halfway through the shit. That's not good. Ugh. It's a Ford Navigator. It's a Ford. It feels not too bad, actually. That does feel better than the rest of the things we've been dealing with. The wheels aren't brilliant. The bottom, again, there's this kind of notch on the bottom, does it? I don't think it rubs against the bottom, though. Again, it's got some nice detail on it. Painted lights. No number plate on this one. Interior. There is some interior there. You can't see because it's a toy car. Still alive. Yeah, we're going to put that there. That's not a terrible one. It's better than all those shit on the right. Here's the other Wilco's thing. A tractor and trailer set. Woo! Aren't we lucky? God, we're getting a lot of packaging. Let's start with the trailer. Oh, it's got a little tailgate opens, which is nice. It's fully plastic. The wheels are plastic. I suppose they covered up the bits there. Yeah, the tractor itself. This was one of... Actually, this might have been the most expensive piece. At about £2. Doesn't really say a lot, does it? It's cheap. Oh, yeah, I have just... Yeah, there you go. I've applied a little bit of pressure, and the whole cab has come off. Now, whether the cab's meant to come off, I don't really know. I'm going to assume it's probably not meant to come off. So let's just... yeah. Well, it looks more like a tractor now, he said, as he completely failed to put the trailer in. There you go. You go in there, and you go to this pile, because you're really good. And the most expensive item is in the crap pile. God, this is not going well. Right, let's move on to completely random thing. Heavy mechanical truck, 172 scale, die cast construction feel. Cool. Actually, I bet that Dragon's one is 172 scale. HMT again. HTI was the other company we dealt with, actually. Nothing particularly interesting on the packaging, so we'll just, again... crack it open. Oh, God. Ties. Tag ties. The most awful thing in the universe. Everybody hates their tag ties. That's why I've got a pair of secutors. Whoop. Yeah, I brought secutors just for this damn video. Well, that front bit is entirely metal, which is nice. Obviously, that bit's plastic. It comes right off as well. That's always a good thing. With toy cars, they're going to lose that immediately. Kids will, because, you know, the first thing they do is drop them like that. Although it survived that, to be fair. Its tailgate. I have the feeling it should open. Oh. Well, the tailgate should open. Oh, I get it. You're supposed to lift it up and over. But instead, I just snapped it. So that's, like, completely loss of bonus points. Oh, is it? Oh, it's a friction motor vehicle. Well, I suppose we've got to give it bonus points for that, haven't we? But it did technically snap. I mean, this plastic is really cheap. I bet I could, you know, I have no doubts that if I tried, I could snap that without too many issues. But it's not terrible. Let's put that there. If it wasn't for the back, I'd really quite like that. It's even got a number plate. Let's do the number plate. SX899. It's an F2 2011. This is sad. Right, let's move on to more Poundland shit. These two are completely different, and you will have seen one of these before if you peruse on the internet as it stands. Oh God, I'm going to have to do another jump cut and make some more room on my camera because I'm about to run out of bloody time. This is awful. Oh yeah, this is a skip. Public work. Yeah, let's tear open the public work. Come out. Oh, this one doesn't have tag ties. It has... What? Oh, it has these keys. It has keys that go into the bottom. What the hell? That's the piece of plastic from the bottom. BM Mason. Oh well, that's not important. God, this packaging's going everywhere. I'm running out of packaging room. It's kind of falling over. Right, it is a dumper trop skip. This was a pound from Poundland, is it? I thought they had a thing on the bottom. I thought it was a frictionless motor. Does the skip itself come off? Yes, the skip comes off. Bonus points for actual working momentum. So it comes here, and you know, you put the skip on and it's full of dead tractor bits, and you pick the skip up and drive off. That's not actually bad for a pound. I'm quite impressed with that. It's got a little lights on the front. It's got an overlay XY688. Public work. I said it feels cheap. I don't think it will last very long, but for a pound, that's actually pretty good. I like that. Like bonus points, I actually really like that. When I picked it up, I thought it would be absolutely awful. 24-hour service from Skip. Yeah, I don't think so. But no, that's actually really nice. And you could put broken down cars on there as well for when they're dead. So, yeah. And you could probably put another one in the back there. Like that. So, as I'm literally about to run out of video footage, I'm going to put that there and prepare for a jump cut. Jump cuts. Nobody likes jump cuts. Anyway, plenty of video footage to continue, and we've only got 4 objects left to do, of which another one is Poundland. Beep, beep, beep. I'm really good at placing things today. The other 3 are all separate brands again, which I'll go into. No. But again, this is another Poundland thing. For a whole pound, you can get this entirely far-fetched looking lorry of Series 2. Don't know what Series 1 was. There's a couple of them available. I grabbed this one because that's the old Poundland logo. Nobody likes the old Poundland logo. Oh look, it has more of these. There we go. Problem solved. Is it? God, why do they think this is a good idea? Can't you just let it go loose in the packaging? These things probably cost more to put in than the rest of the Troctos combined. Oh, they wrap around the bloody axles as well. God. I brought secutors to make this easier, and you've made it more difficult. Damn you, secutors. Right. Toy lorry. Lorry itself. Excuse me. Well, they're moulded in a spare tyre, which you'll probably need because this lorry is obviously going to explode within a matter of seconds. It feels really bad. The axles also feel really bad. I mean, it's got Poundland written on it. It hasn't got a number plate. That's really thin again. Oh, God. Again, I could probably just bend that and break it in one go. Trailer also feels really cheap. These axles, really cheap. You'll be amazed at what you can buy for £1. Except unless you're buying this. I suppose for a kid's toy, there's worse things going. You know, it's little Timmy will get some enjoyment out of that before it shatters into a million pieces and impales his cortex. Into the crap pile with you. Now, these last 3 items, I have some hope for at least 2 of them. And one I really want to be hopeful for, but it's probably going to be shit, which is this one. Key in car. Press key to see car speed away. 1/64 scale. So the theory is you put the key in its bottom and press a button and it drives away. So it'll be a spring-loaded toy car. I saw this in the shop and thought, God, even if I wasn't doing this video, I'd buy that just for how stupid the concept is. Let's have a look at the key first. Oh my God, that's completely hollow. Got a button, push the button, that releases it, obviously. It's a from car, even though it's meant to be freedom, but they've pasted over that. Ooh. Bottom feels awful. Oh yeah, you can hear the spring in there. It's got a hole in the bottom, which you can't see it, but there is a spring in there. But all in all, that doesn't actually look like too bad a car. I kind of like that. So it goes in like that. Oh! It's got quite a spring loaded to it. Of course, the real question is, will it launch itself upwards? Yes, it will. That is good, and that's going in that pile because I like it with the key straight into its bottom. Don't care what anyone else says, I like that. Right. We're now moving on to Maserati. This one. I hadn't seen one of these for a long time, and then... Oh, I'm just going to cover that up because I want to. Woo! And then they just happened to have one in the corner store. In fact, they had a lot of construction vehicles, but nothing else. And I thought, well, we're doing it. This was the second to last one that I actually brought for this video. In fact, that was the third last one. This is the second. These have been done in completely random order, incidentally. Just conveniently, that the last three we're doing are also the last ones that we cover. Right. That goes up and down. This moves. That bit does not move. The base bit appears to rotate. Yeah, that rotates around 100%. It looks fairly cheap. It feels... The base feels cheap. This, again, I could probably snap that now. But again, since we're testing them later, I'm not going to. There's not... Again, for £1, this one might have been a bit more than £1, actually. I'm going to dig a hole all day, and then I'm going to drop it on my best mate, Tim. Yeah, you go sit there with the truck that's in there, but probably shouldn't be there. Because it's not bad. And sadly, that brings us on to the last one that we're looking at today. Siku. Yeah, Siku. Now, I cheated a bit with this because I saw it in the local toy shop, but the toy shop was shut. So I went on eBay and brought it, rather than go back to the toy shop because it was in a different town. So feasibly, technically, I did buy it locally, but I didn't buy it locally, but I did buy it locally. Siku, to me, have always been a company that's made very high quality stuff, and hence you don't tend to see it in Poundland and stuff. I was saying that that one or the tractor were the most expensive. It was actually probably this one. And of course, it's a bus, because I like buses. Oh, I have very high hopes for this one not being awful, and it may be the only one that actually survives the test. Well, before we look at it, let's look at their advert. So the only ones that actually put an advert for other projects in here. Oh my god. Whoa. That's a lot of advertising. Okay, I want that one, and I want that one for Christmas, and that one. Don't want any more on this page. Oh, here's the side I want. I want that one. It's a bus, and that one because it's a bus. It's a double decker, that is, and that one because it's an open decker bus. Yeah, I'm going to be going on eBay later, aren't I? Yeah, I am. Oh, tank. You can't really see that on here because I'm awful. Tank, aeroplane. Yeah, they've got a fair selection of bits and pieces. Aha, no, that's not that one. I don't think the one we have is on here, to be fair, but yeah. Okay, so they gave us advertisements. Let's look at the actual bus. Well, first off, the entire thing feels pretty good. It does, it feels good. That bit's plastic, as well as all this are. But the bottom bit, that's a metal base. That's metal. So it's like the airport coach I've got up on the shelf up there, the old one, the Matchbox one from 1975, 76, something like that, where the bottom half is metal and the top half is plastic. Lots of nice detailing on the inside. Don't know why you'd have 3 doors and a bus this side, but it is park and ride. Siku, the wheels feel pretty good. It rolls quite nicely. Yeah, that's a nice bus. I like that. This may be the only one that survives the testing unscathed. It's going in that corner. So, we've gone through everything. We've got the pile of really, really not very good stuff. The okay, but still not very good stuff. And the this is good stuff even if it's absolutely stupid or / very good. And then just a pile of rubbish. And also we've got some Tesco special flakes. Let's go and test them. What was the point of that, I hear you ask? Well, I was simulating 10 years of rough, heavy play that a child might give to these toys using science. Now, as we can see, the obvious winner is the Siku bus because it survived 10 years of heavy, heavy play from the kind of child that buys a Siku bus to keep it. Now, let's have a look at the rest. Something tells me... Will it fire? No, it won't fire, but the key does come out. Oh, I was really hoping this one would survive. Yep, he's dead. 10 years certainly had a drastic impact there. Yeah, he took a good walloping over 10 years. I wonder if we can get any of this back into contention to... That wheel turns! He survived! Yay! Yay! Well, the rear wheel still spins. Yeah, this one just didn't get played with much. This one survived not too badly, to be fair. It still moves. This bit still rotates. Obviously, this is now cracked and shattered. It's been hit by a tank. But this motion still works, and this still works, so that one does technically count as survived, which will go on the right-hand side. Not survived on the left, but survived on the right. Yeah, that didn't survive. Oh, this one really shattered when they did that in, didn't we? Yeah, you know what? I don't think this one counts as survive. Now, the Corgi, to be fair, this is actually what a car looks like after it's been played with for about 10 odd years. And this one actually had 20 years of simulation because I hit it twice. And it's not too bad. I do have toy cars that I've had since I was a kid that have wheels pushed up in the same here, but the body's about the same. So I'm going to count that as survived, surprisingly enough. Yeah, this one has survived quite clearly. It still rolls. I bet I could put it on a track and still go. This wheel's a bit manky and a bit muddy. But he's still technically there. I didn't hit the guy, so he's fine. Yeah, that has survived. It's got the same sort of damage, but that counts as a survival. I didn't expect this one to go off in the way it did. I was actually expecting this one to survive. But it hasn't. Unfortunately, Wilco's has failed on all accounts. In fact, that is quite a hefty 10 years worth of play. Teamsters didn't survive, and the other one's flown off. I couldn't bloody find it. So we've only got this one. I have no idea. Oh, God, that's a terrible thing to say. Yeah, he has not survived. I don't know if the other one survived. It's in my garden somewhere. If I ever find it, I'll put it on camera. Dragons didn't survive, but the stickers have. So for 10 years, the stickers stayed on in place, but the car did not. And none of these actually had that hard of an impact. The hardest impact was the first one, where I decided just to more or less drop the hammer on them after this point. And yeah, it's not survived. That hasn't survived. That hasn't survived. That hasn't survived. Oh, yeah, that definitely didn't survive. Now I've got really sharp bits of plastic all over my table, and only 3 things, and this one, because this is going on the shelf of buses, survived. Oh, it was fun.